Well, guys, I tell you what, in my collection it has been molting season. This is my Brachypelma Smithy molt. As you can see, let's have a look-see and see what gender it is just by looking at it. I bet you can easily tell. I see a bulbous pedipalp. And this one flicks hairs like there's no tomorrow. And tibial hook right there. Bulbous pedipalp, tibial hook. This is now a mature male. And it has been long enough for this one to harden up. So I'm going to offer him something to eat. And he's flicking hairs all over the place. And yes, I did up his humidity. But now it's time to give him some water. His water bowl is empty. Let's see if he would like a cricket. I was very sad to find out he was a male. I wasn't for sure with the last molt because I think the molt got destroyed. But this time, obviously, it's definitely a mature male because he has bulbous pedipalps and tibial hooks. I didn't even have to sex the molt. I could easily tell that he was a mature male. And he is hungry. So it's time to fatten him up. Alright, we'll let him enjoy his meal. Brachypelma Smithy Peruvian pink rump. Yep, it finally happened. I have been waiting for this tarantula to molt for a very long time. This is my Hetero Immaculata molt. And the molt, it was kind of hard for me to tell, but it looks to me like a suspect female. I think I see a furrow, but I'm not for sure. Well, my question is, I know that they turn white, the females do, but the males are this color. Well, when do the females turn white is my question. Well, the furrow, I think I see the furrow there, and I think it looks like there's a flap. So I'm wondering if this is indeed a female, plus it took this one forever to molt. And so females, you know, are slow growers, so maybe it just doesn't change color yet, but it's kind of hard to tell. But this one molted too recently for me to feed. So let's see if we can have a look-see here. Well, just as I was afraid, this one is not in a good viewing here. But yeah, here it is right there. I mean, it really doesn't look much different from this, except it's just larger. You know, the coloring is pretty much the same. It's just more vibrant. So, let me know your thoughts on that. The Togo Starburst Baboon, Hetero Immaculata. Let me know, for those of you who have raised them, you know, when do the females turn white? White and black, have that white-black pattern, because by looking at examining the molt, it looks to be female, and as slow growing as this one was, I think it's a female, but the coloring is still not white at all. So let me know, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm just going to water the enclosure down, and that's all I'll do with this one. Okay, next. This is my Acanthus Chichona. She is doing absolutely wonderful. Looking great as always. And hopefully she will demonstrate how hungry she is, like she does a lot of times. And she will not hesitate to throw up a threat posture if you annoy her. But let's see if we can appease her with a good meal. Okay, that's not exactly where I wanted you to go. Huh. Okay, so she is telling me that she is not hungry. And if an Acanthus tells you that, then they are very likely in pre-molt. Now, because they have a voracious appetite. Now let me get her in a position where I can see her rump a little bit better here. It is a little dark and swollen, but you know, with tarantulas that already have an obviously dark rump, it's kind of hard to tell. But she's got to be in the earliest stages of pre-molt because I feel like she just did it not too long ago. But anyway, let me get back in there because I don't want to shut the lid on you. Come on now. No, let's not. Here, go down there. There you go. Okay. So, well, that was a surprise. I was expecting a neat attack from her. I guess it's been longer than I thought since she molted last. I guess time flies on by when you're in the hospital for so long and you're sedated a good portion of the time. So, I guess it has been a while, and it's her time, so. But, she's at least got to be in the early stages. Alright, well, we'll leave her alone. She has water, she's good, so we'll move on to the next one. My Acanthus Chromatus just scooted backwards a little bit. I poured some water in there and it traveled under here and got her to move. But let's see if she'll eat. Let's see. She's moving in there. I can't see if she ate it or not. I think she just got it. Okay. That's good. Do you like another one, sweetheart? You're a big girl and you need a couple of crickets. Got a whole bunch of them in here. And she's so beautiful too. I hate it when she hides. But you can look at my previous videos where she's visible. Yeah, she definitely has one in her mouth. I can see her chelicerae moving up and down like she's crunching it. Cool. Alright, well, it's a little anticlimactic, but at least she is hungry. Alright, next. Here's the layer of my Lapalma longipes, and She is way back in there. I mean, I could just see, well, now I can't see her leg. She backed up to back here somewhere. But yeah, this one definitely likes to burrow. Yeah. Oh, it came out alive. Huh. You know, I have been wondering when this one's going to molt for me. So, if that cricket came out alive, that tells me this tea is probably in pre-molt, because I've had this tea for a while now and it has not molted for me yet. And it has dug a deeper burrow since I last opened up her enclosure, and has done some other housework. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening. Hopefully, like a lot of teas do, she will pitch her molt out so I'll know whether she's done it or not, so that way I don't have to mess up her enclosure just to find out. But anyway, sorry we can't see her this time. We'll move on to a next one. Here's my Lasiodora pear habana. Suspect male. Well, he didn't hesitate. Yes, you may have that. Ah, it's all yours. I figured you'd like that. Yeah, you get the Lapalma Livena cricket that she denied, so. Lucky you, huh? Alright, next. Here's my Maraca cabocla, the Brazilian redhead. One I would love to see in the hobby more. Doing excellent. And if I can get the container open full of the baby crickets, we'll be on a roll here. This is one that doesn't eat on camera very often, so don't get your hopes up. Would you like to, darling? I kind of injured that one, didn't I? It's kind of hard to pick them up without injuring the little ones. Yeah, this one's very camera shy. Beautiful as all get out, though. I just can't get over that red carapace. Oh, you actually took one on camera for once. The injured one, but okay, we'll take it. Well, you got another treat in there when you get hungry. Awesome. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Here's my Brachypelma Livena, doing really well. This one has been denying food lately. However, the food that she's been denying has all been superworms. So what I'm going to do is offer her a cricket and see if she wants that. And I believe that just answered my question. She just didn't want a superworm, that's all. Yeah, some tarantulas are just picky, that's all. So, she just didn't want the worms the last couple of times I offered food, and I didn't have crickets as much as I do now. I have a lot of crickets this time, so now I know. Well, you enjoy that, girly. Alright, next. Here's my Lothario Strata. This is one that I do think is in pre-molt still, so I am not going to feed her today. She's been doing a lot of extra webbing. She's been hiding a little bit more lately. So I'm just going to increase her humidity, give her water to drink, and she'll be good to go, and hopefully we'll get a molt from her soon. I can't wait. She's going, I mean, she's already pretty large now. May have to get her a larger enclosure. But yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on this one because I do expect a molt fairly soon. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. This is my Grammostola rosea, and for the first time in a very long time, I am now starting to see that she is definitely in pre-molt. I've been wondering that for the longest time. Well, I can see that her behind is darker and more swollen, but in addition to that, G. roseas don't really kick hairs much, but when they're about to molt, they do. So I'm thinking this has got to be it. It's got to be time. So what I'm going to do is just give her some water. They don't need a lot of humidity because they really prefer it dry, but I will make sure her water dish is full. And I'm not going to give her food this time because see that kind of line right there of baldness? Yeah, she never does that unless she's about to molt. And I think ever since I've owned her, since the summer of 2011, she's only molted for me one time. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was time now for her to molt. So I'm going to offer her some water. She was in her water dish, so she's probably hinting to me that she would like some. Let it overflow just a little bit here. There we go. And that will be good, and we'll just leave her be. Yeah, she's definitely long overdue for a molt. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Here's my smaller Brachypelma Filosa that's making a cute structure there. Doing really well, and just gave he or she some water on this half, and that's the dry half, so she could pick what she wants to do. And I'm going to offer her he or she a pinhead or two. Let's see, I think that's too small for her. Take that apple out. There we go. She's another one I'm wondering, well, she's another one that doesn't eat on camera every time. A lot of times when I put her away, I'll check on her later, and of course she's got the cricket in her mouth. I do wonder if she's going to be molting anytime soon too, but sometimes it's just hard to tell. But I'll check on it later. And if this one hasn't eaten it later, I will know for sure. Because this one loves to eat. Just not on camera very much. Alright, move on to the next one. Last time you just saw the butt end of my Phonopelma calcotes, but now you get a better view. It's funny, in that last video, it was just sticking its butt in the air. Would you like something to eat? Gotta get this apple junk off of the tongs here. Okay. Another one that doesn't particularly like to eat on camera. this is no exception. Cute. Very cute. Alright, we'll leave this one alone and move on to the next one. Here is my baby, Brachypelma Smithy. I really hope this one turns out to be a female because my other one is an immature male. And I really would like more females so that they can live a while for me. I'm not into breeding teas, so I try to get females when I can, but obviously when they're tiny, it's too hard to tell. So, oh, well, that ain't good. Am I out of... Oh, good, they're buried in there. First I thought I was out of tiny crickets, but nope. They're just buried real good. Yep, ever since this one molted last, which wasn't too long ago, you can now see the orange legs are starting to appear. The knees. They're so cute. You gonna get it, or you gonna wait till I turn the camera off like you do a lot of times? Come on, don't have all day. Alright, we'll let it go. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Here's my Lapalma Livena. The lighting in here definitely is not doing this one justice today, but this is a female. Beautiful blue. Okay. She doesn't like to move a whole lot. She's in the same spot that I saw her last time. And these crickets do not want me to catch them. I wonder why. She's like, you better get me a big one. Huh. You're kidding, right? I know you're not in pre-molt. I guess you're just not hungry, huh? 'Cause you'll eat anything I give you. Alright, well, I'll leave it in there for you and you can take it at your leisure, because I'm not going to bother you. It's not a good idea to bother a Lapalma Livena. They will quickly let you know that they don't appreciate that. Alright, we'll move on to the next one.